When you finally walk away from that narcissist, this is how they feel. As you embark on your journey of self-improvement, the realization dawns upon you that your current relationship is toxic. You courageously acknowledge the tumultuous moments and commit to personal growth. But here's a cautionary tale. When you dare to abandon the narcissist, they reveal their true colors and deploy cunning tactics to ensnare you once more. Stay vigilant. Imagine yourself confidently unveiling your authentic self, embracing independence, and reclaiming control over your actions. The narcissist, like a shrewd predator sensing your transformation, observes your metamorphosis. They witness your silent agreement, understanding that you're no longer under their suffocating grip. But wait, brace yourself, for the narcissist recoils in fear. They reject your newfound strength, trembling at your potential for success. Their ulterior motive is to keep you forever trapped in their web of manipulation. Narcissistic personalities thrive on dominance, power, and manipulation. It's their lifeblood. Your soaring spirit, spreading your wings to reach untold heights, becomes an unbearable threat to those around you. The narcissist, in particular, can't fathom the notion of you surpassing their achievements. They will go to great lengths to undermine and sabotage your progress, desperate to maintain control over your destiny. Within the twisted game of narcissism, there exists an unspoken rule, a rule that forbids anyone from outshining the narcissist. It may appear that a narcissist tolerates their partner's success, but upon closer examination, you'll find limitations imposed to ensure the partner never surpasses the narcissist's achievements. Superficially, it may seem as though the partner is doing well despite the narcissist's presence, leading others to say, sure, they're narcissistic, but their partner is thriving. However, in reality, the partner's success will never surpass that of the narcissist. In the narcissist's distorted perception, their own perspective is the sole measurement of triumph. How dare anyone attain success or experience happiness without their explicit permission? They go to great lengths to sabotage any glimmer of newfound joy that threatens to overshadow their distorted world. The notion of someone surpassing their accomplishments or discovering happiness without their influence is utterly inconceivable to them. This unsettling dynamic often disorients individuals trapped in narcissistic relationships. Initially, the narcissist may masquerade as supportive and express superficial enthusiasm towards their partner's triumphs, as they believe it will reflect favorably on themselves. However, as time progresses and the partner's achievements take center stage or eclipse that of the narcissist, their true colors emerge and any sign of accomplishment is swiftly crushed. Within a healthy relationship, partners act as nourishing forces, uplifting one another in times of triumph. This harmonious synergy fosters emotional well-being and unbreakable unity. However, the narcissist's response diverges drastically as their deep-rooted insecurities rear their ugly heads. Fearful that their partner's success will breed arrogance or abandonment, they embark on a mission to undermine them, driven by their fragile egos. Curiously, narcissists themselves share a hidden terror of being left behind due to their inherent frailty. Confronting this vulnerability head-on, they find themselves disconcerted by your unwavering strength. In a moment of rare transparency, they may express concern surrounding their ability to keep pace with your achievements, confessing to an irrational fear. In an ideal relationship, a supportive partner would soothe their worries, affirming that success is a joint venture. These words of reassurance would assuage their neurotic tendencies, ultimately propelling both individuals to new heights. Regrettably, this idyllic scenario exists solely within the realms of healthy relationships. In the treacherous terrain of a narcissistic dynamic, hope withers away, swallowed by the darkness of manipulation and self-centeredness. Within a relationship with a narcissist, individuals often find themselves perplexed by the narcissist's inability to share in their joy, leading to self-blame and doubt. They question whether it was wise to share good news when their partner was already struggling. However, it's crucial to understand that in a healthy relationship, there should be no need for such calculations. Sharing should be natural and unhindered, not contingent on managing the fragile emotions of the narcissist to avoid triggering their wrath and tears. This is not a true partnership. It is a detrimental form of toxic caretaking. If you find yourself entwined in such a bond and begin recognizing the patterns, your journey to self-improvement will necessitate the establishment of clear boundaries. As you embark on fortifying yourself, building confidence, and safeguarding your well-being, it is essential to acknowledge that the narcissist will never approve. Just as you eloquently pointed out, they will resist your growth. Hence, achieving true liberation demands unwavering commitment, for navigating this arduous path could ultimately lead to an authentic and triumphant existence. So, brace yourself for the forthcoming onslaught of punishment that narcissistic individuals will unleash upon you. Let us now delve into the various tormenting tactics they employ as their chosen method of retribution. But before we proceed, contemplate this. Can you establish and enforce boundaries within a narcissistic relationship? Or will your courageous attempts at self-preservation be met with an unrelenting barrage from the narcissist, determined to obliterate your boundaries with the force of a metaphorical sledgehammer? In the tumultuous world of a narcissistic relationship, the concept of boundaries holds no dominion. Constructing strong boundaries asserts your power and worth, challenging the inherent power imbalance. By declaring, "I'm just as significant as you," you disrupt the delicate equilibrium. However, in the narcissist's realm, such assertions find no fertile ground. They refuse to recognize your individuality and self-worth, dismissing any attempt to carve out your own space. Boundaries become no more than an illusory concept in this tumultuous relationship. Now let us delve into the arsenal of punishment that the narcissist wields with ruthless precision. Their methods are varied and unrelenting. They may choose the cruel act of abandonment, leaving you to languish in emotional desolation. Withholding affection and resources becomes a calculated strategy, ensuring you are deprived of the fulfillment you desire. Public humiliation becomes their favored weapon, exposing your vulnerabilities and striving to shatter your self-esteem. No stone is left unturned. Even the tiniest misstep is seized upon and amplified. Imagine a scenario where you find success within the warped confines of a narcissistic relationship, only to endure a setback, a challenging meeting, or rejection. The narcissist pounces, mocking your ambition, hurling passive-aggressive remarks like bait. Whether overtly delivered, veiled in disguised comments, or executed through their calculated withdrawal, it all serves one purpose: to inflict punishment upon you. In narcissistic relationships, every interaction is tainted with vindictiveness, as the narcissist seeks to wield manipulation, belittlement, and torment as their weapons of choice. It is a chilling reality that individuals must confront when ensnared in such toxic bonds. Undoubtedly, fear lies at the heart of narcissistic relationships. Driven by their own deep-seated insecurities, narcissists employ manipulative tactics to instill fear within their partners. Utterances such as "you'll be left all alone without me," or "no one else could ever love you as I do," are carefully crafted to exploit your vulnerabilities and provoke fear. This twisted form of control aims to establish a dependency rooted in fear. In coercive or coercively controlling relationships, fear permeates every facet of the dynamic, where fear becomes the driving force behind all interactions. Even in less extreme cases of narcissistic relationships, fear seeps insidiously into the very fabric of the connection. It materializes as the fear of abandonment, the constant dread of saying or doing something wrong, and the haunting fear of the narcissist's wrath. Each step is taken gingerly, avoiding any misstep that may trigger adverse repercussions. These fear-based tactics stifle your ability to be authentic and impede the free expression of your thoughts and emotions. A relationship cannot be deemed healthy when your words and actions are dictated by ceaseless fear, entrapping you in a perpetual state of anxiety. Unraveling the chains of fear. It is of utmost importance to recognize and comprehend the depth of fear that permeates a narcissistic relationship. Confronting these fears head-on requires immense courage as you strive to reclaim your power and autonomy. In the clutches of a narcissistic relationship, individuals undergo a relentless process of shrinking. They constrict themselves, ensuring they pose no threat, steal attention, or inconvenience the narcissist. This ongoing quest for invisibility accompanies a profound sense of isolation, born from the shame of being reduced to a mere specter of one's true self. It is this shame that drives the desire to cloak this diminished version from the world, leading to withdrawal and a loss of crucial support. This support, pivotal in breaking free from the gaslighting and reclaiming reality, is systematically eroded, perpetuating the cycle of manipulation. Fear infiltrates every facet of a narcissistic relationship, wielding its power over actions and choices. These fears transcend the confines of the relationship, echoing societal concerns. Fear of singularity, fear of solitude, fear of aging, and the crushing weight of societal expectations such as procreation. Even independent of the narcissistic bond, individuals may choose to remain ensnared due to societal checkboxes like financial stability, perceived success, or physical allure. It is paramount, however, to redefine these societal checkboxes through the prism of respect, compassion, kindness, and a profound commitment to personal safety. Escaping a narcissistic relationship often incurs judgment and pathologization from others, particularly when the relationship appears, superficially, to be harmonious. Moreover, the daunting fear of solitariness and growing old without a partner casts a lingering shadow over those contemplating their escape. It is during this pivotal moment that a transformative response becomes imperative. To those grappling with these fears, the resounding answer echoes strongly. Embrace a new set of criteria, a fresh checklist that encompasses what truly matters. Shift the focus towards nurturing relationships rooted in respect, compassion, kindness, and safety. Reject the notion that one's worth is determined by superficial markers like success, appearance, or societal expectations. By challenging these fears and societal pressures head-on, a path towards liberation and authentic fulfillment begins to unfold. The tragedy of illusions looms before us. It is understandable that the fear of growing old and facing the prospect of solitude can weigh heavily on one's mind, especially as the years pass. Concerns about the challenges of dating in later stages of life and the disconcerting sensation of being alone may arise. However, we must confront a harsh truth. Enduring a toxic, fear-driven narcissistic relationship is in no way preferable to embracing solitude. It is far better to be alone, fostering self-love and introspection, than to be imprisoned within the confines of an illusion. Within the grasp of a narcissistic relationship, one is subjected to unceasing emotional turmoil, enduring verbal assaults and unwarranted criticism for even the most trivial matters. Living in perpetual fear stifles personal freedom, erodes the possibility of forging genuine connections, and stifles the ability to embrace life's experiences. Alas, it is the unfortunate truth that some individuals opt to remain entangled in such toxic relationships, mistakenly believing that the narcissist will care for them as they age and grow vulnerable. They endure years, perhaps even decades, of corrosive abuse, convincing themselves that they will be spared from the perils of aging and loneliness. However, when their health inevitably falters or an injury befalls them, a fractured hip, for instance, the cruel reality becomes glaringly apparent. The narcissist possesses no inclination or capacity to offer the support and care necessary during these trying times. And in that heart-wrenching moment, they discover that they were, in truth, alone all along, despite the deceptive aura of companionship. Recognizing the true nature of a narcissistic relationship serves as the crucial key to evading this tragic fate. The fleeting illusion of companionship, born from fear, pales in comparison to the significance of self-respect, emotional well-being, and the potential to discover genuine love and support elsewhere. It is never too late to prioritize oneself, to break free from the chains of toxicity, and to build a life unbound by the limitations of a toxic relationship. The process of shrinking under the influence of a narcissist leaves deep imprints on one's self-esteem, self-perception, and overall worldview. Morals become distorted, and the individual finds themselves trapped within a manipulated reality dictated by the narcissist's cunning tactics. Witnessing others in this state is undeniably heart-wrenching. As the narcissist continues to hurl hurtful words and inflict emotional torment, the victim spirals further into the depths of their diminishing selfhood. The resulting sense of inadequacy and self-loathing drives them to act in ways that contradict their very core values. In a desperate attempt to defend themselves, they may resort to wielding hate-filled words, mirroring the toxic behavior that has been imposed upon them. It is a tragic paradox. In their endeavor to protect themselves, they risk morphing into a person they never intended to become. This descent into mirroring the narcissist's actions is a painful awakening, a solemn realization of the betrayal inflicted upon one's authentic self. It serves as a stark reminder of the profound damage caused by the narcissistic relationship. The conflicting pursuit of self-preservation, while straying from one's true values, generates an inner turmoil that further corrodes their diminishing sense of identity. To safeguard your well-being and preserve your sense of self, adopting a don't-go-deep approach when confronted with narcissistic individuals is paramount. This entails refraining from engaging in defensive or explanatory behavior while refusing to personalize their actions. Firstly, it is crucial not to engage in self-defense when faced with a narcissistic individual. They thrive on conflict and manipulation, rendering any attempts to justify or explain yourself futile. Engaging in a futile back-and-forth argument only entangles you further in their toxic web, draining your energy and distorting your perspective. Secondly, it is vital to remember not to internalize their behavior. Narcissists lack empathy, failing to recognize others as distinct individuals with their own needs and desires. By understanding this, you can detach emotionally, preventing their cruel and manipulative actions from seeping into your core. Remember, their behavior serves as a reflection of their own deep-seated issues, bearing no correlation to your worth or character. Shield yourself with this understanding, allowing their toxicity to bounce off rather than penetrate your essence. The don't-go-deep approach. A pivotal aspect of navigating narcissistic individuals is maintaining a steadfast refusal to engage with their manipulative games. Steer clear of becoming entangled in their web of arguments or allurements. Recognize that attempting to reason with them or employing their own tactics against them is a futile endeavor. They possess little interest in listening or understanding. Their sole preoccupation revolves around satisfying their own needs and desires. By choosing not to engage, you disentangle yourself from their power dynamics and establish a crucial boundary for self-preservation. This empowers you to shield your emotional well-being and sidestep the toxic patterns they perpetuate. It is important to acknowledge the inherent challenges of dealing with narcissistic individuals. Nonetheless, embracing the don't-go-deep approach allows you to reclaim your sense of self without descending into cruelty or maleficence. Prioritize self-care, seek solace in the support of loved ones or professionals, and focus on reclaiming your own joy and well-being. So, as we move forward, let the healing commence.